Of course, everybody's been seeing it. Copilot, it's everywhere. Um, if you go on Bing.com, it's right there in your face. Um, it's a tool. Again, it's looking at data. It's asking certain questions and going into and looking at those. But now they're embedding it within the CRM, so you can use it as a tool within the CRM. Streamlined work order management. Uh, they're adding tools within other aspects of Microsoft where you can interact with the CRM outside of the CRM through Outlook and through Teams, and it can create work orders, um, help suggest scheduling and everything like that. Integration with Microsoft, that's what I was just mentioning there, with Teams and Outlook, and empowering frontline workers. They're giving more tools to the frontline workers now, making it easier for them to do their jobs. So this right here, this is a representation of Copilot and field service. So right now, when you go into field service, of course, you get list views, which you can search through. You can try to find information. Um, but for Copilot now, you can ask those questions without having to dig in and try to search for information. If you see on the right hand side here in this chat, you can ask specific information, ask for certain specific information, and it's going to produce answers for you. So I actually grabbed a video from Microsoft here. This is actually showing Copilot within a work order. So this is actually showing you, if you go in here in a work order, instead of having to go into all the different tabs and scroll through and try to find information, you can actually have the work order, Copilot generate a work order summary. If you see right here on the right hand side that they keep clicking on, and this is just a synopsis of that work order. So you don't have to go through and read all these different fields. It just gives you that basic synopsis of it. Pretty cool little tool. Another one, so this is where we start talking about integrating with Outlook. So what's really cool about this is if you receive a email through Outlook and it's a request for service, you can actually click on this icon there, as you saw from the demo here, and you can have it actually create that work order from the information that's within that email. Key point here is if you watch the demo at the very bottom, it will say suggested. It says that it's going to be suggested and that you should make sure that you approve. So there's that interaction that we talked about. You always have to have that human interaction. It's just to make sure that everything is there that's supposed to be there. If not, manipulate it right there on the record. Once you do that, what it's going to actually do is create a work order on the field service CRM side. And in just a second here, we'll show you some more capabilities. So this is another integration with Teams. This is important for like managers or dispatchers or anybody like within that realm. So this is another integration with Teams. So you can actually use the Copilot within Teams, and you can actually do reporting straight from Teams, real-time reporting, where you can, as you see from here on this screen, you see, show me in progress work orders in a table format. And it's going to, as you see, it lists all the in progress work orders. And then you see the next one down there. It's what is the most recent work order from the frontline worker. So this is saying You can ask specific too. You could say, I need to know Bob Smith. What is the most recent work order from Bob Smith? And it would give you information from Bob Smith's latest work order. Or you can ask, what is Bob Smith's current location? And it will show where he's at. So very cool tool to use, especially from a management perspective, because now you're not having to go into the CRM, or you're not having to pick up a phone to call to get information. You can see it real time, and then you can say, "Oh, this doesn't make any sense." Then you can pick up a phone. But at least this gives you access to it, so you can actually look through Copilot in Teams. So here's another team specific. So this is where you can actually create work orders and schedule them within Teams. So as you see here, this is actually looking up a work order. It finds the work order, asks for suggested scheduling, and you can actually schedule from within Teams and not have to go into the CRM to schedule. So this is if you have a high priority item come through and you have to get somebody on site immediately, and and you need to see who's available. This will actually suggest who's available at the time, as you see from there. They could show you different times that they're available, and you can book them at that time. Pretty nifty, cool, pretty cool little tool there. So then we're talking about empowering frontline workers. So the biggest thing is making sure that they're informed. So as you see from this demo that's on here, frontline worker can, on their mobile device, go into Copilot, ask specific information about a work order, or ask about work orders history from the last week. As you can see from this demo, this one's asking for specific information. Any work orders from last week still marked incomplete. It gives them a list of those. Then give me details on that work order 11/9/48, and it gives you all the information on that. And what's nice about this, it gives, if you see here, it gives details, and it gives you just a quick rundown of that work order and high level information. And I think this is the coolest tool, especially from being a technician. My past is being a technician on the ground and updating work orders. This piece here, if they click on it and they click updates for Copilot, they can speak into it and say what they did while they were on site, as you see from this demo here, and it will actually update the CRM record with this information. So instead of having to go into the CRM and update each one of these items, that tech just has to click on there, click on update, talking to the mobile device, and it actually populates on the CRM. So this allows real-time updating. It decreases the amount of time that a frontline worker has to go in and update information, and also um, allows them to not have to go back to the hotel room and update their work orders. So they can do it while they're sitting there on site.